Hello everyone, welcome back to one more video session. Here I'm going to discuss about acquired immunity. In our previous video session, we had discussed about innate immunity. You know about it, like a type of non-specific defense present at the time of birth. There are four different types of innate immunity: physiological barrier, physical barriers, and cellular barriers. Remember it. And last one is cytokines. In that, interferons, a type of cytokines which are released from viral infected cells. It's going to save the other cells from the same virus. Got it? Okay. What is this acquired immunity? See, acquired means it is developed. Okay. So it is developed when a human being is infected by a specific pathogen. Okay. So normally, like when we were born, obviously, like at that moment the immunity was not that strong, but normally, gradually, it takes time actually, it becomes very specific. It's going to kill any type of pathogen. You will understand it because it is mediated by B and T lymphocytes. Okay, so this acquired immunity normally specific. What kind of specificity it shows? The pathogen specific. Very specific. I'll tell you why it is specific. Okay. Next is this acquired immunity mainly mediated by B and T lymphocytes. Let me just write here B lymphocytes, and the other one is T lymphocytes. These two cells or types of cells take care of the acquired immunity lymphocytes. And what is interesting is the acquired immunity mainly retains the memory, in the sense it is memory based. Let me just write memory based. For example, see, we just draw one human being here. Okay, so this is one type of bacteria, pathogen, which now enters into this human being. That bacteria name is X. Okay, at that moment, you know that the first thing is innate immunity, that is including first line defense and second line defense. They actually fight against this bacteria. If they fail, obviously we need the acquired immunity, that is actually mediated by B and T lymphocytes. You know about it. The third line of defense, B and T lymphocytes, actually they try to kill it. But these are not specific at the time, because B and T lymphocytes are fighting against this bacteria, a new bacteria for the first time. Okay, so this interaction between this bacteria and B and T lymphocytes is called as primary response. Okay, because the fight is happening between B and T lymphocytes, a part of acquired immunity, is taking place for the first time with that type of pathogen. First time. Okay, when a pathogen invades our body for the first time, B and T lymphocytes will be activated, but they are not specific. They are not exactly specific. Okay, at that moment. So that is primary response. It is the immune response exhibited by B and T lymphocytes when they fight a pathogen for the first time. That is primary response. Now, the same B and T cells, after their fighting, okay, or after their interaction, they will retain the memory. Okay, so this makes them specific. Okay, now let us imagine after 5 years, the same human being is like, let us say, like, he will get a type of pathogen, the same pathogen, now the X pathogen, the same pathogen now enters into this human being. Okay, already B and T cells had some fight with this X bacteria or pathogen. Okay, they will now react with this more quickly than earlier. Got it? And they are very specific. They know how to deal with this pathogen. So this is nothing but memory based. Got it? This, if the B and T lymphocytes, they actually try to kill the same bacteria, okay, for the second time, then it is called as, let me write here, secondary response. So it is understood that the B and T lymphocytes, a type of acquired immunity or immune cells, exhibit primary response as well as secondary response. Got it? Both will be there. And even I had given you the example about it. Okay, if I come to your home for the first time, obviously like you will be surprised. That is primary response. If I come to your home for the second time, then you will be prepared for it. That's it. Okay, it's like prepared. B and T cells against the same pathogen. In this case, it is not prepared. It is a surprise visit by the pathogen. Got it? Okay, hope you understood that. Please note this point, two important things. Now, let me just talk about the B lymphocytes. So, what is this B lymphocyte? B in the sense here, bone marrow originated lymphocytes. B cells, B lymphocytes or B cells, bone marrow originated. That means they are all originated from bone marrow. Okay, so for example, let me just draw the bone marrow. Okay, so I think you might have watched one more video, kind of experimental video. That in that I had explained about hematopoiesis, that is the origin of different immune cells. Okay, so at that time I had even actually posted an image of the bone marrow. Okay, please watch it again if you have any doubts. So here what you see is a type of red tissue that is called the red bone marrow inside our femur, and here the B cells, not only B cells, even the T cells. See, B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes are originated from the bone marrow itself. Got it? So for example, let me just write here T lymphocytes. But why, even though these T lymphocytes are also originated from the bone marrow, but still it is called as T lymphocytes. Why it is T? Let me tell you. The origin of B lymphocytes and maturation, that is differentiation, that is it becomes specific when it is born from the bone marrow. Obviously, it is not specific because there is nothing like antibodies are not produced at the time. That means actually it is not specific to kill a pathogen. Okay, it has to be, it has to undergo certain kind of differentiation. That means it has to produce the antibodies. That is, I am talking about the B cell that takes place inside the bone marrow. That means B lymphocytes origin plus maturation, that is nothing but the differentiation, takes place inside the bone marrow. But in the case of T lymphocytes, origin happens within the bone marrow. Got it? Okay. But, so bone marrow originated, but its maturation takes place inside the thymus. Hope you know what is the thymus. Yes? Okay. So, thymus. So, differentiation, that is maturation of these T cells takes place inside the thymus. That means it is originated from the bone marrow, the immature cells, that is T cells. Then they migrate to the thymus, and inside the thymus they get differentiation. That's what it is called as T lymphocytes. T means thymus. Thymus maturated, or like inside the thymus it is differentiated. Hope you got it. Okay. Now let me just tell you about the bone marrow. What is the function of bone marrow originated cells, that is B cells, and T, that is thymus matured lymphocytes, T lymphocytes functions. Let me just write here. Okay. Let me just write as B cells. See, B lymphocytes can also be called as B cells. Okay. Normally, if I just draw this B cell, so this is B cell. It has got the ability to produce a specific type of protein on their surface. That is surface in the sense the plasma membrane. So this is the plasma membrane. Okay. And what you see is they produce a small Y-shaped structures like this on their surface. Okay. This is general concept. Actually, if I say specifically, it is not exactly B cell. The B cell again undergoes some kind of differentiation and produces a type of cell called as plasma cells, the same B cell. Okay, everything happening in the bone marrow cells itself, and then they produce these structures, that is called as antibodies. Okay, so these Y-shaped structures are called as antibodies or antibody. It is a protein, proteinaceous. Okay, so it is a protein antibody. So these antibodies are synthesized from B cells, specifically plasma cells. If you want, you can write it. Okay. What are plasma cells? These plasma cells are nothing but produced from the B cells. Okay. Now, this particular structure is called as antibody. For example, if I just draw the diagram, rough diagram of antibody, antibody looks like Y-shaped structure. I'm going to explain it in detail later. 5 months, very important. Okay. It has got a specific structure here. You could see this is like looks like arm of the antibody. This one arm and this is the other arm of the antibody. Okay. So here they have got certain specific sites here, exactly here. They have sites where detect the antigens. So let me tell you about antigen later. Antigens are nothing but the chemicals which are released from the pathogens, okay, inside the body. Okay, so antigen will bind to this particular site of the antibody. Okay, then the antibody will kill that particular antigen. Got it? So this is very important. Antibody antigen reaction. I will talk about it later. Like maybe I use model for it. Okay. So this is the thing to remember. So if the B cell with the help of the antibody kills the antigen or the pathogen, then this type of immune response or immunity is called as antibody mediated immunity. Antibody mediated, because it is taking the help of antibody, okay, mediated immunity. What is interesting is the reaction, that is antibody and antigen reaction is taking place inside the blood, okay, inside our blood or within the bloodstream. Hence, it is also called as humoral immune response. Note these 2 points, very important for particularly for the competitive examination. Humoral immune response or antibody mediated immunity is nothing but which is mediated by the B cells, particularly with the help of antibodies. Okay, so if antibody and antigen react and antibody kills the antigen within our bloodstream, then it is called as humoral. Humoral in the sense blood. Okay, so it is blood. The fight is taking place inside the, like within the bloodstream. Antibody, so antibody is required for it. So antibody mediated immunity. In short, I can write this as AMI. AMI. Okay, or this one is HMR. Note this one, very important. Now I am going to talk about the T lymphocytes. I'll go fast. Okay. Note every point, very important. Easy. Not that difficult because everything is related to mechanism itself. Now T lymphocytes. Okay, T, for example, this is now T cell. This is now T lymphocyte. Let me just write T cell. It doesn't produce any antibodies. Okay, it will not produce antibodies. Let me just tell, but it's going to produce some specific receptors. Okay, there will be some receptors present on their surface, that is plasma membrane. These receptors are called as T cell receptor. T cell receptor is absent in B cell. Okay, whereas the antibody is absent in T cell. Got it? Okay, so this T cell receptor, in short, I can call this as TCR. TCR is pertain to this T cell. Got it? Confined to T cell. Whereas antibody is for B cell. B cell will produce antibody. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to draw a B cell. So this is the B cell and it has what? The antibodies. So this is not antibody. Okay, Y-shaped structure. Now the thing is, see, the B cell cannot synthesize antibodies directly. Even though it will synthesize obviously, but it needs a signal. Somebody should send the signal. Who will send the signal to B cell to synthesize antibody? The T cell. Now T cell passes a signal to the B cell. And the B cell now synthesizes antibody. Got it? Without the T cell's help, the B cell cannot synthesize antibody. Note this point. Got it? So, for the synthesis of antibody by the B cells, it requires the help of T cell. Note this point. Okay. So, what is the function of TCR? It's complicated now because I have studied in my higher classes. Let me just tell you, TCR actually, they are going to bind to specific kind of pathogen or maybe the chemical of pathogen. See, you know about the B cell, antibody will bind to only antigen. In this case, the T cell will not bind to antigen. It will bind to the chemical of the pathogen or maybe directly to the pathogen if it is presented by, so for example, this is now the chemical of the pathogen and let me just draw. This is now a cell. This is now a cell. The name of the cell is antigen presenting cells, APC. There are 3 different types of APC, let me tell you. But in the case of B cell, it is independent. Got it? Okay, in the sense, for example, cell is independent, whereas T cell is dependent. Okay, this is now B cell. The B cell is now floating within our bloodstream. It is carried by our blood. Okay, so this is now the B cell and it has got the antibodies. Okay, if it encounters any chemical of the pathogen that is called as antigen, okay, antigen, it's going to bind. That's it. So that means this antigen will bind to this antibody and antibody now kills the antigen of the pathogen. Okay, what is antigen? It is the protein we release from the pathogen which is going to cause the disease. That is antigen. Okay, which first thing is we need to remove or like erase all the antigens present in our body. That is the first thing. It is independent. B cell is independent. Whereas if I talk about the T cell, it has got TCR, T cell receptors. So here this TCR will bind to a type of chemical of the pathogen if it is presented by, okay, so this chemical is also antigen, sorry, okay, I correct myself, okay, antigen is common, okay, this if the antigen is presented by some cells, for example, this is one cell which could be dendritic cells, a type of cell which is also take place in or part in immune response, that is called as dendritic cell, dendritic, hope you can see this. Or the same antigen could be presented by another type of cell which is called as the B cell. See, even the B cell can also present the antigen. See, let us see here. In this case, the antigen could be weak, so the antibody will remove or kill that particular antigen. What if the antigen is very powerful, very strong? The antibody cannot remove or kill the antigen, so it will now go and actually passes this antigen to this TCR. Got it? So the B cell can also passes the same antigen to the T cell because T cell is more powerful compared to the B cell. Okay, and they are more specific compared to the B cell. And one more cell could be the macrophages. See, as I said, so the T cell are normally dependent on the antigen presenting cells. Who is going to present the antigen to this T cell? It could be B cell, the same B cell, or it could be dendritic cell, or it could be the macrophages. Please note this point, very, very important. Name the antigen presenting cells. B cell, macrophages and dendritic cells. Dendritic cell. Okay. If the T cell take part in kind of like immune response, then it is called as T cell mediated immunity. Okay, T cell mediated immunity, or in short I can also call this as cell mediated immunity. See, cell mediated immunity is specific to T cells. If the T cells, this is the T cell now, and these are all the TCR, T cell receptors, is going to kill the antigen if it is presented by any type of antigen presenting cells, then it is called as cell mediated immunity. Where exactly you see the T cells? They are also present in the blood. That means it is understood that both B and T cells will be floating within our blood, but B cells are normally they are independent. They are not going to take the help of any antigen presenting cells. Okay, if they see the antigen which is floating in the blood, they just go and grab it with the help of antibodies. But in the case of T cell, no, somebody should present the antigen. Okay, somebody should catch the antigen, then actually go to the T cell and give it to the T cell. Then T cell will kill it. Got it? Okay, so please note this point, cell mediated immunity. Another very, very important function of the T cell or cell mediated immunity, that is obviously by T cell. Okay, B cell antibody mediated immunity or humoral immune response. This is cell mediated immunity or T lymphocyte mediated immune response. Okay, right. T lymphocyte mediated immune response. It has got two names similar to the B cell. Okay, the important function is they play an important role in organ transplantation. During organ transplantation, hope you know what is organ transplantation. Okay, if a person is suffering from kidney disorders, okay, if the doctor suggests him to undergo transplantation of the kidney. That means the kidney is now transplanted from the donor to the patient. Okay, that is organ transplantation. And you know that kidney is taken from another person. Okay, so that means if it enters into our body, like our patient's body, the B and T lymphocytes behave as if they are foreign things, or like they are antigens, because that particular organ is not belonged or produced within that human being or within that patient. It is produced in another human being, and now that particular organ is now transplanted into the patient. So the T cells, particularly the T cell, they reject the graft. Okay, so they play an important role in rejection of graft. Okay, so what is this rejection of graft? Okay, so we just draw two persons here. Okay, so this fellow is now donating his kidney to this fellow. Okay, so new kidney is now implanted, that is inside this human being or patient. So this is patient. Here B plus T lymphocytes are there, that is a third line of difference. Particularly the T lymphocyte, they have very important function is they can differentiate between self and non-self cells. Please note this point. Oh, it's not the function of B cell. B cell cannot differentiate self or non-self cells. What is this self? Self cells means whatever the cells which is present in our body. For example, for my B and T lymphocytes, for example, whatever the cells I have so many cells, millions of cells, right? Okay. So here the T cells can recognize my self cells. Got it? Because the function of this T lymphocyte is to kill the antigen. Even my body also produces a lot of antigens, correct? For example, RBC. So RBC also can produce antigen. So at the same time we have T lymphocytes. The same T lymphocyte could kill my RBC, right? But they are very good. They will not harm our RBC because they have the ability to recognize which is self cells. What is self cell now? The cells which is present in that particular human being, that is self cells. Okay, and they also can recognize non-self cells. If any cells, for example, like during blood transfusion, obviously new cells will be added to that particular human being. At that time, the T lymphocytes get activated and kills it. This is the thing. Got it? Here also same thing. For example, in the case of self cells, whatever the cells he has, the patient, obviously the T lymphocytes will not harm the cells, self cells. But the kidney, which is now transplanted, like from this fellow to this fellow, got it? So these kidney cells are entirely different. It is not our cells or not belong to his body. It is different. So the T cells get activated and try to kill. That is called as rejection of graft. Which is graft here? The kidney. Got it? They reject the graft, transplanted graft. This is very, very important because of their ability to recognize self cells from non-self cells. Got it? Okay. Or maybe non-self cells from self cells. Got it? Okay.